Hello, my name is John Berry. I'm a CCIE and CCIE trainer working for Global Knowledge in the UK. I'd like to spend a few moments just taking you through the new Cisco 360 Routing and Switching program. First of all, let's look at somewhere where you can get some information on this. If you go to our website, globalknowledge.co.uk, click on Cisco, click on the Cisco 360 Learning Program, and here we see information on the program. If we scroll down, the thing I would like to point out to you is towards the bottom where it says Summary of Individual Program Components. The 360 program is a component-based training program consisting of self-paced e-learning modules and instructor-led training. So as I scroll down, you'll see we have pre-assessment labs, exercise workbooks, e-learning sessions covering the most important subjects required in CCIE, assessment labs and a reference library. I'll be showing you some more information on this in the portal in a few moments' time. The instructor-led component of this training program consists of two 5-day courses, Advanced Workshop 1 and Advanced Workshop 2, the details of which you can see at the moment. Each of these are 5-day courses with a very heavy lab content. In the first one, it's mainly about 40% lab. In the second one, about 90%. Okay, so for the more technical of you, let me show you the portal. You can gain access to the system anywhere in the world at any time, providing you have internet access. Just go to the landing page and enter in your username and password. The first page you'll see is the roadmap and frequently asked questions, which does just that. Gives you an overview of the system and how it all works. You'll notice across the top that you have a number of tabs giving you access to other components. We have the assessment labs, the advanced workshops 1 and 2, which are the Sears 1 and Sears 2 courses I mentioned earlier, the reference library, exercise workbooks and additional lessons. We'll start off with the reference library. This contains a whole group of reference material that's been handpicked and is extremely relevant to the CCIE program. So as you can see here, we have material covering all the various aspects necessary to get you through a CCIE. Here's an example, VTP, Virtual Trunking Protocol. You'll notice that it doesn't just contain information that has been reprinted from CCO, but has been specially written particularly for this program, and contains a lot of information that is very command orientated, an absolute key thing when getting through CCIE. The a la carte nature of the Cisco 360 program enables you to take advantage of various components as and when you need them. One example of this is the lessons. This contains a number of the key protocols required in CCIE and consists of particular practice labs with a scenario, answer key, initial configurations and mentor guide, which I'll explain in a few moments' time. Also a video presentation. You'll notice from the style of these video presentations they're very much about working with the routers. So we go through a scenario, show you the diagrams and then type the commands live within the video. When you're ready, you'll attend the first of the instructor-led components of the course, the Sears 1. Here we see the agenda for the 5 days. After the initial introduction, the first thing we'll get you to do is go through an assessment lab. The idea of this assessment lab is for you to gauge your skill set at this particular moment in time, and that will see the trend as you improve as you go through the program. Once you've completed the assessment lab, you will get an assessment lab report. And here's an example. You'll see that each of the subject areas covered within the lab are marked and graded. You will also see this in bar chart form. So we go down a little bit further, you will see the multi-ping table. Now this basically is a test where we try to ping everything from everywhere. And what we would like to see in there is all green. So we can see we've got a little bit of work to do here. As we go down a bit further, we'll see each of the actual questions asked within the actual assessment lab. If it's green, great, you've got the 4 points. Here, however, we seem to have a bit of a problem. So what do we do wrong? Well, first of all, we can click on the scenario to see what the actual problem was originally. So here's an example of what the question was. Okay, so that's cool. So what did we get wrong? Let's click on the answer key and find out. As you can see, there's a very complete solution, pointing out what is the issue and then going through a complete understanding of what the problem and how to tackle it. You'll notice also there's a lot of reference to command line, highlighted, showing you what you should be seeing. Okay, so we've seen the scenario and we've seen the answers. But there's more to it than that. You'll notice here the suggested mentor guide commands. Now the mentor guide is one of the unique features within the Cisco 360 program. Let me select one of them and I'll show you what I mean. Here we see an example of a split screen. The top part of the screen is showing you the configuration that should be on the router, and the second part, the bottom part, shows you what you typed in. And you'll see any differences will be highlighted. In addition to the commands that show exactly where the problems are, we can also type in any other command. For instance, if I change this to show frame relay PVC, we'll now see this command showed on the correct configuration and any differences on our configuration. One extremely cool feature is that if I press the all, this will run this same command on all the routers. So as I scroll down, here we can see router 1, and then further down we'll see router 2. This is a very, very powerful tool and can be used in a number of different ways. Well, that completes my quick whirlwind tour of the 360 program. In my 14 years as a CCIE instructor, there's never been a better program. So hopefully you find it as good as I do, and I look forward to seeing you on one of the courses.